Three service guys from 3 states come together to tear down 3 washers. Here is what they said.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to just take these things, we're going to open up the lids, take a look at the agitators, the tubs, and see what we got going on.
So yeah, I don't know how much you guys have worked on these at all, but pretty much same standard setup that you would see on any other machine. It's a stainless steel wrap inner tub. The base of it is made out of plastic, and then you've got obviously the plastic agitator.
Have you taken a look at the actual agitator design on this? Take a look. Now explain that to me. What is the purpose behind the dual spirals, and then look at this fin here?
Yeah,
explain that one to me.
That's one thing I noticed too. So my best guess is they're just trying to get more wash action from the water as opposed to just using the agitator to beat against the clothes.
But wouldn't that actually catch fabric, catch a button, catch? Imagine if you had a pair of overalls in here with a button on it. Imagine how it would catch and then yank. You're not going to get that on the Speed Queen, and you're not going to get that on the Maytag. That, if I was a consumer, that would actually scare me to death.
I actually had a machine customer left a drill bit in their pocket, and it was a plastic outer tub.
Pops a hole right in the
yep,
tub.
it went right through the perforated tub, and
Every
I
time.
had to pull the drill bit out of the outer tub.
That happen to the Speed Queen?
Nope,
No,
wouldn't.
No, you won't.
So let's go take a look at the Speed Queen.
Look at how solid that machine is.
Yeah.
Well, let's compare it to the GE and to the Maytag. We don't have the plastic base. Anything that's in your pockets is not going to end up underneath that agitator. With it being a direct drive design, when it agitates, the inner tub and the agitator is all one assembly. And so what we're doing is we're actually forcing the water through the fabric to clean the clothing as opposed to beating it to death. So this is going to have better effect, longer longevity on your clothing. Let's look at the thickness. Okay, now look, on the Speed Queen, look at the thickness of the tub and compare it to that. That almost looks like tinfoil.
So what do you got going on with your Maytag commercial?
Well, Maytag, I've always said the more complicated the mousetrap is, the more it has a tendency to fail. And it's got the dual action agitator, which is tried and true. But again, the agitator is sitting into the tub, and coins, objects, plastic base.
Strings from hoodies.
Exactly, strings from hoodies. It gets caught right up in there.
One thing I have always liked is the dual action agitator though.
The dual action ratchet agitator, granted, it is a nice feature and it does clean great, but it's loud.
Yeah, it
but
is.
with the Speed Queen, it's so quiet. You hear that washing machine on the TR series washers, you hear it twice. When it fills with water and when it drains out. But during your agitation, your spin, you're questioning, is it even on?
So the dual agitator versus the single agitator, too many pieces, one piece.
Yeah, the only drawback of the Speed Queen agitator from a technical standpoint, being in the customer's home, is the removal process. The removal process of this agitator is just a few seconds. Now, right now, being brand new, it'll pop right out, but give it a few years. You'll be working on it.
Oh, I'll get it out of there.
I know you will.
So guys, I was able to get the lid pulled on this one so you can kind of take a look inside. Yep, you can actually see where the tub is
It's molded around.
That's molded around it. So in order to change, if you have an issue, you poke a hole in it, for whatever reason, it's not right, the tub goes out around, and we have to change, we have to change that balancing ring. It's integrated with the tub. So it's a whole tub replacement. Not the case with the Speed Queen.
All right, guys, then let's take a look at the rest of them.
Does it? You have to put a little force into this one because it's a little beefier.
Yep, plastic's thicker and stiffer on that one.
Broken a couple of knuckles too, eh?
Yeah, so that's one thing I don't like with like the Maytag ones.
The Maytag's extraordinarily difficult because if you're not careful, you will break the plastic. This is why I carry the little screwdriver, is because it doesn't just pop out easily. All right, obviously, this balancing ring also is integrated with the inner tub, has one unit. So if there's an issue with the balancing ring, it has to be changed with the inner tub. And the difference in the splash pans.
Yeah, GE and Maytag.
That's a GE and Maytag. Go ahead, try that to this. Give it a go. Let me see.
You try.
Night and day.
All right, we got the tub covers off, and we took a look at the balance rings. How about we take these things apart and look at the inner tubs?
Let's do it.
There it is.
Oh, baby. Look at that. Seriously? Yeah. Better stock a few of those in the van, boys.
Oh, goodness.
Mine came out pretty easy. 9 bolts, I think, all together. Came right out. So it's pretty easy.
On the Whirlpool Maytag design, the entire force of the spin cycle is placed on these little bitty, teeny tiny splines, and they will strip out. I've changed countless numbers of these.
All right, so if we had to sum up, talking about the tubs, the inner tubs, the inner baskets, all of this, what did we learn, guys?
Well, I think the quality of this one compared to these two, again, it's a night and day difference as far as the quality of the parts. Again, steel, plastic, splines.
Plastic. It's not going to hold up. The Speed Queen, it is designed to last.
So at least one benefit of the GE inner tub is it is splined as well, but it's a cast spline, so it's going to be a little bit more heavy duty than what the hub assembly is on the Maytag. It's just one thing with cast parts inside of washing machines. So they usually get caked up with detergent, and then as the detergent naturally breaks down, so does the cast. So if you over soap your machines, a lot of times that's going to be one of the biggest killers for premature failure on units.
All right, so let's talk about the inner tubs, the wash tubs here. So let's bring them together and take a look at them.
The Maytag and the GE, they do have a bigger tub capacity. I think you're looking around like 4.2 to 4.5.
But what benefit is that? And you got a big tub and you got the small plastic parts.
Yep.
What happens then? Imagine the buildup of gunk that won't be able to clean itself out, caking up inside the bottom of this, and your GE. But looking at the Speed Queen on a fully stainless steel tub, where's the gunk going to build up?
Yep, on your machines, once they start getting older and smellier, this is the exact reason why it does that.
You can take a paint scraper to the inside of this tub and scrape off the goo.
And it'll stick to the plastic, but it won't stick to the porcelain or the real stainless steel tub.
You're depending on the plastic components to hold it in round too, because this is just a wrap, and then it is held in round by the plastic components. This is actually stamped.
These look like they could actually come apart. They actually could come apart, where that is one solid unit stamped into one shape. Mm-hmm. And is that welded? Yeah. So this is one piece and it's solid welded all the way around. And this is bent. They actually pressure bend this into position.
Yep.
This is bent.
They crimp it.
That's crimped.
So true stainless steel is not magnetic.
That's true.
That's the difference.
This looks like it's stainless. It's not. It's just it's a polished metal finish where it can rust. If that gets chipped or damaged in any way, that will come apart.